Hello everyone, this is Al Kabir, the analyst, and today I will be talking top backup QBs. Heard me, top backup QBs, and how they would get the opportunity to start and which situations, or how would they start and which quarterback or backup QB I believe that will actually start this year. So I'll go over the list that CBS put out, and I totally agree with the list except 4 and 5. But let me read over the list. So number 1, Jameis Winston. Number 2, Andy Dalton. Number 3, Tua. Number 4, Marcus Mariota. Number 5, Jacoby Brissett. Number 6, Case Keenum. Number 7, Jordan Love. Number 8, Jalen Hurts. Number 9, Justin Herbert. And number 10, Mitchell Trubisky. So this is Al Kabir, the analyst. So first and foremost, let me get into the number 1 backup QB, and that's Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston was a starter, of course, in Tampa Bay. And like I always say, had one of those weird seasons. 1 in yards, number 2 in touchdowns, and number 1 in picks. QBR about 16. So, yeah, do I believe he'll get an opportunity to start? Maybe, depending on Drew Brees' health. Remember, Drew Brees had that weird thumb injury last year. He missed a couple games, and that gave Teddy Bridgewater the contract that he has now with the Panthers. And not only that, of course, the chemistry not right, and he's falling off. I believe Jameis Winston get the opportunity. So, but if Drew Brees stay on top of his game, he stay healthy, he got the locker room back, maybe Jameis Winston don't get the opportunity and he just wait for Drew Brees to retire. Number 2, Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is a really good quarterback to me for whatever weird reason. I believe, can we get 2015 Andy Dalton back? I don't know. But the only reason or only situation he will start if Dak Prescott sits out. But Dak Prescott is very durable. I don't see him getting hurt. I believe if Dak Prescott is on the field, Andy Dalton doesn't get a chance. Maybe next year he goes somewhere else. But if Dak Prescott happen to hold out and Andy Dalton balls out, I don't know, Dak. You might be pushing your luck. But that man behind you, he's really good. I believe Dallas is trying to take the Eagles' strategy, had a good backup just in case the starter doesn't get right. So hopefully Dak, they come into agreement. But this is the only way Andy Dalton would start if they don't come into agreement. But I believe he could come in and be good with the 2 receivers that they got. Actually 3, Michael Gallup, CeeDee Lamb, and Amari Cooper. I believe I probably can work with that. But yeah, that's, like I said, that's the only reason he will start if Dak Prescott doesn't take that contract. Number 3, Tua. This is real interesting, and even when I seen this, I'm like, man, this guy probably gonna have a job by like week 3 or week 4, the starting job. He has, to me, the highest chance of getting a chance to play, and it's because he's backing up Ryan Fitzpatrick. My problem with Ryan Fitzpatrick is that when there's no pressure, he balls out, but when there's pressure, he does not ball out, and that's why he been back up for so long. Remember when Buffalo gave him a contract, but then he proved to Buffalo this is why basically you can't start, is because anytime there's pressure, money, or it's time to go win, you fold. He always folds. So I believe Tua will probably start week 3 or week 4 because of poor play of Ryan Fitzpatrick. Dolphins got a high ceiling now. They ended the year really well. He knocked out the Eagles and Patriots, so they knocked out 2 good teams. So they gotta prove that they're good, man. And they got that guy Parker. He can ball. So I believe Tua will start week 3, week 4. for Marcus Mariota. So disappointed in this guy. Remember those times where they used to compare him and Jameis Winston, and now Jameis Winston is just way better than this guy. But you got your job taken by Ryan Tannehill. The only reason I could see him starting Marcus Mariota if Derek Carr gets hurt, or because I've been hearing reports John Gruden really don't like Derek Carr, and maybe Marcus can go in there, take that spot, and prove that. That's why he was a top 2 draft pick by Tennessee, and why he was compared to Jameis Winston and the top QBs, and how he was going to be this great QB. 5th, Jacoby Brissett. Oh man, this guy had a really disappointing season, man. Started the year well. I remember they was comparing him, Tom Brady, and Jimmy G. They all started out with that winning record, and then Jacoby Brissett was the one that fell down, man. He started to lose towards the end of the year. This just is real sad. Then they had to get Phillip Rivers, and the only reason I can see him starting is Phillip Rivers get hurt. Phillip Rivers is getting up there in age, but Phillip Rivers got something to prove, that he want to prove that he can still ball, and he might really try to go chase one this year. So, do I see Jacoby Brissett on the field? No. The only reason I see him on the field if Phillip Rivers get hurt. That's pretty much it. So just to get through 6, 7, and 8, Case Keenum, Jordan Love, and Jalen Hurts. The only reason these 3 will get an opportunity to start if the starters get hurt. So I don't see Baker Mayfield getting hurt. Hopefully not. I don't see Aaron Rodgers getting hurt. Hopefully not. But Aaron Rodgers haven't been real durable. He has been getting hurt for the past couple years, except last year. Last year he did stick through the whole season, but Aaron Rodgers has a tendency of getting hurt. But hopefully he stay healthy, and not, they got a good rookie backup in Jordan Love. 8, Jalen Hurts. Please, Carson Wentz, don't get hurt. Please don't. But like I said, if Carson Wentz does get hurt, we really have a good rookie backup. I believe that could fill in the spot. So that's the only way I see those 3 getting the opportunity to start. Number 9, Justin Herbert. I believe this guy will start again like week 3, week 4, like Tua. And the reason why is because Tyrod Taylor just never get a fair shot, man. He had that year with Buffalo, took them to the playoffs. Then they got Josh Allen as their quarterback. He went to the Browns. They got Baker Mayfield. He got hurt, and then Baker Mayfield took off from there. So this guy just never get a fair shot, and I believe that same pattern is going to happen. Not him getting hurt, but maybe if he had 1 or 2 bad games, I could see the crowd wanting Justin Herbert in, or if he does get hurt, I believe Justin Herbert will get in. And lastly, number 10, Mitchell Trubisky. One of the biggest disappointment in the NFL. Another, to me, Marcus Mariota. He got this top draft pick. He actually got picked over the guy, Patrick Mahomes, would sound crazy, but people thought this guy was the real deal. The Bears picked him, and now he's back up to Nick Foles. And I can see Mitchell Trubisky again. I'll say all that to say this, that I can see Mitchell Trubisky starting again, and the reason why is because Nick Foles. Nick Foles is another Ryan Fitzpatrick to me. He can get really hot and he can get really cold. So Bears got all this pressure starting from that year where Cody Parkey missed the field goal. He missed that chip shot field goal, got tipped a bit, double doink. And ever since then, they thought that following year they was going to go in strong. Seems like the defense, everybody gave up on Mitchell Trubisky. So they had a really disappointing season. They believe Nick Foles can be the savior, which is a horrible idea, because you see what happened when he went to Jacksonville. He goes to Jacksonville, Gardner Minshew take his job because Nick Foles couldn't stay healthy. So I believe Mitchell Trubisky will get another opportunity. Hopefully he take great advantage of that opportunity if Nick Foles get hurt or Nick Foles can't handle that pressure. But when Nick Foles get hot, he does get hot. I can see some weird thing happen. Nick Foles get hurt, Mitchell Trubisky play bad, Nick Foles come back and he gets hot because there's no pressure. Like, oh, Nick Foles is Nick Foles. That's how I believe each backup will get an opportunity to start in those situations. How do you believe these backup QBs will get a chance at starting? But this is Al Kabir, the analyst, and I am Ghost.